object of the exercise is to finish in the top 6. Top 6 only go through to the Masters, plus reserves, but top 10 solos, top 6 sidecars, that's the object of the exercise, and we look to our left and they all come together. So we'll pick up 1 or 2. Number 35, Ben Howe there from Ipswich Speedway. Formerly with Sconthorpe. Number 4 is Steen Garton. Number 10 there, Dave Steen. Number 28, Paul Bentley down from Middlesbrough. Number 33, another much troubled man, Barry Simpson. Number 9 there is John Sims. 22, Mark Allen. Number 1, Phil Ashcroft, giving everybody away. Number 14, Paul Fudge. Number 15, the veteran John Priest. Number 30, Andy Stell. Nice to see Andy back in Grasstrack racing again. Number 13 there is Chris Tritton. Number 16 is Vaclav Verner. Number 19 is Stuart Woodall. Number 6, local favourite Graham Jones from Wall Speedway, riding at the walls tonight. Simon Gittings there, number 24. Number 20 is Ian Dudley, another local man. Number 11 is Mark Chessell, following him. Number 26, Darren Pearson. And, well, we missed 1 or 2, they do all tend to come together, but that gives you a quick rundown on the solo competitors. One man that is missing, I'll tell you now, is Simon Cross, number 40. Simon not with us today, but we've got the Tatums here, Kelvin's here, Neville's here. As we look to our left, we've got Dave Wright coming round, but Sidecars, the left by number 1, Tim Bennett, with Peter Bassett in the chair today on the Wasp. Following them, very colourful number 4, former Masters champion, the one and only Steve Smith with Keith Wall in the chair. Looking immaculate and easy to pick up, makes my job easy. Number 12, a crew are going great places, Gary and Steve Wright. What a super ride they had 2 weeks ago at the Jerry Johnson meeting. They're going to see more of the Wright brothers. They swap around, one drives 1 week, one the next, but they both got Pete Dyer there. Tony Beamish to behind him is Phil Pitman and Gary Lane on the watch. Somebody losing their hat. And we're waiting more sidecars, a lot of solos going back into the paddock. And well, we seem to be lacking in sidecars coming round for the parade lap. I think we've got 1 or 2 more coming out of the paddock. There are quite a few additions to your programme, all the blanks are filled in. As soon as we can, we'll give you those. Racing starts at 1 o'clock today, incidentally, because some of the lads have got Speedway commitment at Wolves tonight, notably Graham Jones, hence the 1 o'clock start. That's one of the reasons anyway. Right, looking to our left, we've got John Hiscock and Dave French on the Renegade. Behind them, number 4, one of this year programme, Kevin Stevens and Miles Simmons on the Kawasaki Wasp. Behind them, number 14, the Cornish Junior Champion last year, Richard Thomas and John Richards, that's number 14. Following them, number 22, and the Norwich Cadet Albus in the chair today, the popular East Midland centre man. Behind them, Richard Jenner, number 25. Behind him, number 6 is Mick Kay and Mick Stace. Behind them, where are we? Number 21, John Halsey and Tony Miles from Leighton Buzzard on the Yamaha. Behind John Halsey, number 18, Terry Phillips with Chris Spurs in the chair today on the Magnum 1000. Behind them, number 17 is Rob Wilson Jr. from up from Stablehurst in Kent. Rick Sandford just going past there, number 2. And behind him, number 19, Roy McGuigan and Alan Berry all the way up from Torquay. Following them, Shane Baker and Clinton Martin on the Yamaha. Shane Baker riding number 20 today. Behind them, number 16, Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby. Number 10 is Rod and Chris Winterburn, the Northern brothers who have been going like a bomb this last few weeks. Dave Steen and the Orchard, number 7. Behind them, we've got Colin Hicks and Eadon Phillips on the Ashcroft 1000. Behind them, number 8, Ken Hicks and John Peters up from Red Root. And behind them with a flapping number 9, John Hunt and Lynn Green, the Dorset crew. Lynn, I think the only lady here today. Already, that's her name in history books as the first passenger to win a British title. Addition to your programme, nice to see Ian Macaulay with his son in the chair. Rick Macaulay, Ian and Rick riding number 5 today, the crew up from Newton Abbott on the Yamaha. Right, I think that's the end of the parade. We'll get back to the programme changes. We got down. We've lost a filler cap, oil filler cap off a solo. If anybody's lost an aluminium filler cap, we've got it in the PA van. Right, I think we got down to number 20. Number 20 is now Ian Dudley.
to John Hiscock. John Hiscock's birthday today. We're going to give a prize if you know how old he is, but we won't. He's a lot younger than me. Number 3, John Hiscock, 45 today. Love from his family and friends. Is he going to get to the Masters on his birthday? Right, race number 1. We have number 1, Phil Ashcroft. Number 17, Darren Matthews. Number 33, Barry Simpson. Number 5, Luke Dodd. Number 21 is Dave Wright. Number 37 is Steve Wilson. Number 9, John Sims. Number 25, Trevor Eadon. Number 13 is Chris Tritton. And number 29 is Kelvin Tatum. Right, we look to our left. And as they get off the line into the lead goes Kelvin Tatum on third. Richard's got in second place in the last Tatum leading, got in second place in Phil Ashcroft, coming up into second place. So the Wall Speedway man making an effort on the inside, but it's Tatum leading by about 30 metres as they come up the bottom turn. Kelvin Tatum it is, Phil Ashcroft in second, John in third. And behind Richard. So, the field is getting strung out a little bit, but he's still Kelvin Tatum out in front by some 30 or 40 metres from Phil Ashcroft. Nice tight line on the bottom turn. Luke Dodd going a little bit wide, but he's still there in third. In fourth place. So, still, he wasn't very much the same. With Tatum leading. Last lap flag at the ready. Kelvin Tatum from Bradford Speedway leads from Phil Ashcroft in second. Still there in third place, number 17, Darren Matthews. Then Luke Dodd, then Chris Tritton. And behind Chris Tritton, Dave Wright. And behind Dave Wright, that is going to be a start to finish win. The first race goes to number 29, Kelvin Tatum with number 1. Phil Ashcroft in second place, and a tremendous scrap for third. Who's going to get there as they come off the bottom turn for the last time? Well. Trevor Eadon getting himself all locked up, but as they come off the last bend, I think Chris Tritton just got there for third. Within fourth place, number 21, Dave Wright, but we'll leave that up to the lap scorers. But it was all a bit of a mix-up on the bottom turn on the last lap. So Matthews it was who took the tumble on the bottom turn in third place at the time, but he's okay, he's on his feet. We've got a time for race 1. The time is 1 minute 28.97. 1 minute 28.97 for race 1. The official result coming up. First, number 29, Kelvin Tatum. In second place, number 1, Phil Ashcroft. In third place, number 13, Chris Tritton. In fourth place, number 21, Dave Wright. In fifth place, number 9, John Sims. In sixth place, number 25, Trevor Eadon. And in seventh place, number 33, Barry Simpson. Race 1, the numbers again, 29, 1, 13, 21, 9, 25, and 33. We move on to race 2. In race 2 we have number 2, Ricky Sandford, number 18, Ian Wilson, number 34, Shaun Tacey, number 6, Graham Jones, number 22, Mark Allen, number 38, Phil Morris, number 10, Dave Steen, number 26, Darren Pearson, number 14 is Paul Fudge, and number 30 is Andy Sell. Well, we get news on the intercom. It seems Darren Matthews just bumped his knee, but no problems. Right, looking at race 2. Good quiz question here. Which of the riders in race 2 rode in the first ever British Masters in 1982? For those of you who were at the first ever British Masters run in Shropshire at Condover in 1982, the only one in race 2 rode in that event, and I think he took a tumble, was Andy Sell. Some useless information for you there. Right, is Andy Sell in his comeback going to get to the Masters in 1993? Graham Jones is going to have something to say about that. So is Darren Pearson. So is young Phil Morris. Number 38, Phil Morris, made a name for himself back in the winter at Telford Ice Speedway. had some super rides, first time ever on the ice, and he really did himself proud. The young man from Newport in Gwent. So, who's going to win race 2? A lot of fans here, Graham Jones, local lad of course, now lives up in North Shropshire, but originally from Oswestry, and made his name on the Bantams in Shropshire before he went on to adult Grasstrack racing, represented the centre for the first time back in 1980 in Cornwall on a 250, and of course since then he's gone through Stoke Speedway, and of course now with Wolves. Graham Jones, number 6, bound to have a lot of local following here today. Right, we look to our left. Who's it going to be? Clean break, Jones on the inside, takes it up as they go past us for the first time. But alongside him is Dave Steen as they go on the first turn. Graham Jones it is on the inside, Dave Steen on the outside, I think, as they go down the back straight into the bottom turn. Round the outside comes Andy Sell, but it's Graham Jones who's got it. Jones on the outside, Andy Sell on the inside, and Sell goes through on the inside on the top line, goes forward. Graham Jones comes back on the inside, so it's Sell and Jones. Dave Steen back in the bunch now, and Andy Sell going like a train round that bottom turn, but Graham Jones on the inside staying with him. Sell, Jones, tremendous drop of Dave Steen. Alongside Dave Steen, young Phil Morris, and Phil Morris trying to get up the turn, trying to get into the Dave Steen opening off, and Graham Jones going backwards at the moment. Andy Sell pulling away, increasing his lead, 30-40 metres up. Still round the outside, Sell it is into the last lap from Graham Jones. Dave Steen and Phil Morris are behind Phil Morris. It's Shaun Tacey, and they're up with Graham Jones now. Graham Jones will cut out of his turn right onto the second place. Coming the back straight, Graham Jones for the misfire, going backwards, and he's back in 4. Into the bottom turn, and Graham Jones in desperate trouble, and checkered flag goes out, a win for Andy Sell. Second place, well, very, very close. Graham Jones gets in about 4th place with a misfire. We'll leave it up to lap scores to decide who was 2nd and 3rd. Very, very close, but no doubt about the winner. The winner, the man from Bristol on the gun, number 30, Andy Sell. The time for race 2, surprisingly slower than the first one, 1 minute 31.9. 1 minute 31.9. Race 2. Right, the lap scores all agree. And we can give you the official result of race 2. A win, as we said, for number 30, Andy Sell. Very close for 2nd, but getting 2nd by a whisker was number 38, Phil Morris. 38, Phil Morris in 2nd. In 3rd place, number 10, Dave Steen. In 4th place, number 6, Graham Jones. In 5th place, number 34, Shaun Tacey. In 6th place, number 26, Darren Pearson. In 7th place, number 2, Ricky Sandford. In 8th place, number 18, Ian Wilson. In 9th place, number 14, Paul Fudge. And in 10th place, number 22, Mark Allen. Those numbers again, race 2, number 30, 38, 10, 6, 34, 26, 2, 18, 14, and 22. We move on to race 3. We have number 3, Duncan Tolhurst. Number 19 is Stuart Worrell. Number 35, Ben Howe. Number 7 is Kevin Teague. Number 23, Robbie Fuller. Number 39, Neville Tatum. Mark Chessell, Andy Stevens, John Priest, and Jason Handley. And as they get off the line, it is John Priest leading. So the local man from Harvey. We have a spell on the top turn, but it's Priestley leading, and John Priest leads as they go into that bottom turn by some 10-15 metres, goes a little bit wide on the bottom turn, and through comes Robbie Fuller, and Fuller takes it up. Priest in 2nd, Mark Chessell in 3rd. From Priest in 2nd into the bottom turn, we have the man from the eastern centre from Ipswich with about a 30-metre lead now over Priest. Coming through into 3rd place, Mark Chessell, behind Mark Chessell, Jason Handley. spot. At the moment, the race is totally dominated by the Eastern Centre man. Dave Brown country, this. Into the last lap goes Robbie Fuller. John Priest still under pressure from Mark Chessell. Behind him, Ben Howe. Chessell putting Priest under pressure and taking up second as they go into bottom 10 for the last time. John Priest relegated to third as they come off the bend. It's a win for Robbie Fuller. From in second place, Mark Chessell. John Priest in third. In fourth place is Ben Howe. Behind Ben Howe is Stuart Woodall, and behind Stuart Woodall was Duncan Tolhurst. And Kevin Teager there, followed by Jason Handley. So, race 3, the time for race 3, time of 1 minute 31.37, 1 minute 31.37. Race 3 then goes to number 23, the official result 23, Robbie Fuller. In second place, number 11, Mark Chessell. In third place, number 15, John Priest. In fourth place, number 35, Ben Howe. In fifth place, number 19, Stuart Woodall. In sixth place, number 3, Duncan Tolhurst. In seventh place, number 39, Neville Tatum. In eighth place, number 7, Kevin Teager. And in ninth place, number 31, Jason Handley. Those numbers again: race 3, number 23, 11, 15, 35, 19, 3, 39, 7, and 31. We move on to race 4. The lineup for race 4: number 4, Dean Garton. Number 20 is Ian Dudley. Number 36, Peter Carr, but we think he's a non-starter. Number 8 is Paul Mitchell. Number 24, Simon Gittings. Number 40, Paul Shipley. Number 12, Kevin Buck. Number 28, Paul Bentley. Number 16, the Czech veteran, Vaclav Verner. And number 32, Roy Sizemore. Interesting lineup. Race 4 could be open race. Could be anybody's. Could be Paul Bentley. Could be Vaclav Verner, Simon Gittings. Who's it going to be? Race 4. We look to our left, and as they make the break, Dean Garton gets the break. Dean Garton, it was who went past our Spurs, but Roy Sizemore on the outside. Back to the pack. And down the back straight for the first time, and Dean Garton, it is leading by some 10-15 metres as they go into the bottom turn. So the man from Hale leads. In second place we have Vaclav Verner. And behind Vaclav Verner is Paul Bentley. Bentley putting the check on the race. He goes on by the way of Duncan. So, got very much a mixed bunch up front. We got Dean Garton from one end of the country, comes from Hale. Then we got Paul Bentley from the other end of the country, from Middlesbrough. And we got Vaclav Verner, all these just last two short in third place. And then well clear the rest of the field. Bentley just catching Dean Garton as they go into the bottom 10 a little bit with a lap and a bit to go. It's still Garton from Bentley. But Bentley putting Garton under some pressure. Verner still there in third place. In fourth place, still Simon Gittings from behind. Simon Gittings in fifth. It's Roy Sizemore. On the road to their third and still going to be a start to finish with for number 14, Garton. As they come up the bend, Garton wins it. Paul Bentley in second place, Vaclav Verner in third place. In fourth place, it is going to be Simon Gittings with Roy Sizemore and Kevin Buck. Following Kevin Buck is Dudley. Official time for race 4. Race 4, 1 minute 30.44. 1 minute 30.44. The official result, everybody agrees. Race 4 goes to number 4, Dean Garton. In second place, number 28, Paul Bentley. In third place, number 16, Vaclav Verner. In fourth place, number 24, Simon Gittings. In fifth place, number 32, Roy Sizemore. In 6th place, number 12, Kevin Buck. In 7th place, number 20, Ian Dudley. In 8th place, number 40, Paul Shipley. And in 9th place, number 8, Paul Mitchell. Those numbers again, race 4, number 4, 28, 16, 24, 32, 12, 20, 40, and number 8. We move on to race 5, a nice easy one. They all go as shown in the programme. So the lineup is number 1, Tim Bennett and Peter Bassett on the X-Sub Wasp from Kent, from Collier Street. Number 17 is Rob Wilson Jr. from Staplehurst. Number 6, Mick Cave, Mick Stace from Slough Green on the Garton. Number 21, John Halsey and Tony Miles, the Leighton Buzzard crew on the Yamaha. Number 7, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard from Ardingly, I should say, on the Yamaha. And number 13, Pete Dyer and Tony Beamister from Mere on the SGM Yamaha. 1,000 chairs, Bennett, Wilson, Cave, Halsey, Steer and Dyer. That's the lineup for race 5. Race number 5 then, Sidecars line up. To recap, number 1 is Tim Bennett, number 17, Rob Wilson Jr., number 6, Mike Cave, number 21, John Halsey, number 7 is Dave Steer, and number 13, Pete Dyer. Right, looking across there, quite a lot of experience on the line there, particularly from people like Pete Dyer, who's been in the game a long, long time. So is John Halsey. So is McCabe. Right. 6 outfits lined up. Just a reminder that today the cut-off point is 10 for the solos, 6 for the sidecars, top 10 at the end of the day, or I should say at the end of the semi-finals, because the final is run for money only. At the end of the semi-finals, the top 10 point scorers go through the British Masters 93, and the top 6 sidecars go through to the Masters 93. When you look down the list of entries, it would do the Masters credit. One or two notable names I've seen walking around today that are not competing, but the lineup at the moment on the line will be hoping to race against at the Masters. Got Ken Lane here watching the proceedings, and Russell also here watching the proceedings on this side of the fence. Some 20 metres they go past us with Halsey in second place. So Pete Dyer is in the lead as they go on the back straight with about a 20 metre lead over John Halsey in second, behind we've got Pete Dyer leading John Halsey in second. So the order is still the same. And some of the numbers on the chairs not as clear as they might be, as the order is still the same. And it's John Halsey in second place, McCabe in third, in fourth place Tim Bennett, and still the order is very much the same as it has been. So Halsey just making up a little bit of ground as they go up the back straight. But Pete Dyer and Tony Beamister on the SGM Yamaha lead as they come off the top turn. It's going to be a win. Second place. McCabe in third place. And very, very close to fourth and fifth. We'll leave that, Macaulay up there as well. I think we'll leave that up to the lap scorers to decide. But very, very close to third, fourth and fifth. the official result of race number 5. All very close for 3rd, 4th, 5th and so on. But a win for number 13, Pete Dyer and Tony Beamister. Number 13, Pete Dyer. In 2nd place was number 21, John Halsey and Tony Miles. In 3rd place, number 6, Mick Cave and Mick Stace. In 4th place, number 17, Rob Wilson. In 5th place, number 1, Tim Bennett and Peter Bassett. And in 6th place, number 7, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. Those numbers again, 13, 21, 6, 17, 1 and 7. We move on to race 6. I haven't given you the time yet. The time for race 5 was 1 minute 29.22. 1 minute 29.22. And if you're wondering, like me, why we haven't got numbers on the sidecar wheels these days like we used to, and I'm sure my fellow commentator Tony Noel, who's the ACU steward here today, will perhaps make some note of that minor problem. Right, problems already for Andy Norrish and Eddie Alvis on the Norrish, and we've got problems, Eddie Alvis So, number 2, who else but Alan and John Blewitt, former Masters champion. Alan Blewitt with son John in the chair, they lead, and we've got a crowd on the top band, but it's the Blewitts leading by some 20 or 30 metres from the Wright brothers. And some concern over Andy Norrish as we go into the last lap. Leading from in 2nd place, Gary and Steve Wright. Behind them in 3rd place was Terry Phillips, but the Wright brothers pushing Alan and John Blewitt now, and Gary and Steve Wright really are going to be a force to be reckoned with, I think, in British Sidecar Grasstrack racing. They've really come to the fore in the last and the Wright brothers pushing Blewitt on the outside, but it's Alan Blewitt. Blewitt gets there, Wright 2nd, Terry Phillips 3rd, and Richard Thomas 4th. Alan and John Blewitt, father and son crew, winning by a whisker in 1 minute 29.1. 1 minute 29.1. Number 2 then, Alan and John Blewitt win race 6 from in 2nd place by a whisker. Number 12, Gary and Steve Wright. In 3rd place, number 18, Terry Phillips and Chris Spears. And in 4th place, number 14, Richard Thomas and John Richards. Those numbers again, race 6, number 2, number 12, number 18, and number 14. That's the result of race 6, and all I can say, what a super ride for Gary and Steve. Could Roger Taylor go to Dave Wright, please, as soon as possible? Roger Taylor to Dave Wright in the paddock, please, as soon as possible. Well, good to see Andy Norrish on his feet walking back to the paddock. I don't know what happened there, but whatever it was, he took a knock or took a stone or something. And Andy okay, the other crew, of course, was packed in, and that was Ken Hicks and John Peters there in the middle, but they're okay. As we get underway with the next race on the programme, race 7, we got John Hicks, Scott Roy, McGrigan, Ian McCauley, Clark Hicks. As they come off the bend. It is out in front. As we look to our left, things pretty close, but I was going to say it's Phil Pitman and Gary Lane on the FZR. Wasp out in front, so the crew from Par in Cornwall leading by some 50 or 60 metres as they go into the top 10 for the 2nd time. It is still Pitman leading. 2nd place, number 3, John Hiscock. In third place, number 9, John Hunt. Those the leading 3, and Hunt trying to go through on the Hiscock on the bottom turn. Hiscock and Hunt very, very close, but Hiscock holding him off. Hunt still there in third place. But pulling away, Phil Pitman and Gary Lane on the outside now leading by about 4 meters as they go into the last lap. Still a tremendous scrap for second and third. Hiscock in second place, John Hunt there in third place. And behind Hunt was Rory McGuigan and Alan Berry. So, southern crew, southwestern crews, very much predominantly this one, the Chessell, and it's going to be there to start the finish. The number 15, Phil Pitman and Gary Lane, second place. Just about going to a little bit of excitement there, going to number 3, John Hiscock and Dave French. And we'll give you the rest as soon as we have them, but no doubt about the winner, number 15, Phil Pitman and Gary Lane on the FZR Wasp in a time of 1 minute 32.12. 1 minute 32.12. We've got a sidecar wheel spoiler, and I'm told it belongs to Colin Hicks. Right, we've given you the time, we'll give you the results. Race 7, a win for number 15, Phil Pitman and Gary Lane. In second place, number 3, John Hiscock and Dave French. In third place, number 19, Rory McGuigan and Alan Berry. In fourth place, number 9, John Hunt and Lynn Green. In fifth place, number 23, Colin Hicks and Eadon Fiddick. And in sixth place, number 5, Ian and Rick Macaulay. Those numbers again: race 7, number 15, number 3, number 19, number 9, number 23, and number 5. We move on to race 8. In race 8, we have number 4, Steve Smith and Keith Moore on the Wasp. We have number 10, Rod and Chris Winterburn on the Yamaha FZR. Number 11 is Chris Tyrrell and Alan Borlace on another Yamaha Wasp. Number 16 is Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby on the Kawasaki. Number 20 is Shane Baker and Clinton Martin on the Yamaha. Number 24 is Kevin Stevens and Miles Simmons on the Kawasaki. And that's the lineup for race 8. So, are we going to see a repeat of the British Masters final here in 1990? That race never to be forgotten between Steve Smith and Shane Baker. Both of them fighting for places to qualify for the Masters here today. The Winterburn brothers really have gone from strength to strength since Rod has concentrated more on the outfit than on two wheels. The Northern crew going very, very quickly on the Yamaha these days. Number 11, Chris Tyrrell, Cornish senior champion last year with Alan Borlace. Alan Borlace, of course, formerly passenger to the late Dave Westaway. Sorry, I've got my knickers in a twist there. Ignore I said that. Right. So, Smithy, Baker, Winterburn, Stevens, Tyrrell, Hutton. That's the lineup, race 8. Steve Smith on the inside in grid 1, Winterburn in grid 2, Tyrrell in grid 3, Hutton in grid 4, Shane Baker in grid 5, Stevens right on the outside in grid 6. I'm not sure who's got problems with the clutch, but I think it's Chris Tyrrell. To get away, and Smithy it is. Smithy takes it up, and Steve Smith leads by about 40 or 50 metres. A pretty ragged start, but most of them get away anyway. Smithy leads, then as they come off the top turn by about 20 metres from Shane Baker in second place. In third place, Chris Tyrrell. So, Baker in second place at the moment. Biz Smith leading. Steve Smith and Keith Wall. Smithy, champion for the first time 20 years ago in 1973, passengers in those days. He's been passengered by Steve Smith, and the last time he won the Masters, of course, in 1990 on this very field, passengered on that day by Keith Wall. And problems on the bottom turn. Looks like Chris Tyrrell's gone out. So Tyrrell's gone out on the bottom turn, and that leaves just 4 outfits in the race. As they go into the last lap with number 4 Steve Smith and Keith Wall leading from in second place Shane Baker and Clinton Martin, number 20. In third place it's Rob and Chris Winterburn, and behind them Kevin Stevens and Miles Simmons. So I would imagine how they're going to finish with race number 8 going. Number 4, Steve Smith and Keith Wall. Good second place there for Shane Baker and Chris Martin. Third place goes to Rod and Chris Winterburn, and fourth place to Kevin Stevens and Miles Simmons. Race 8. Going too quick. Race 8, a win for Steve Smith in a time of 1 minute 29.9. 1 minute 29.9. The official result then of race 8, a win for number 4 Steve Smith and Keith Wall. In second place number 20 Shane Baker and Clinton Martin. In third place number 10 Rod and Chris Winterburn. And in fourth place number 24 Kevin Stevens and Miles Simmons. 4, 20, 10 and 24. Back to the solos, race 9. In race 9, the lineup is number 11, Mark Chessell, number 3, Duncan Tolhurst, number 28, Paul Bentley, number 19, Stuart Woodall, number 6, Graham Jones, number 25, Trevor Eadon, number 23, Robbie Fuller, number 35 is Ben Howe, number 8, Paul Mitchell, and number 40, Paul Shipley. Well, who's going to win race 9? Graham Jones bound to be up front, I would think. Paul Bentley likewise, Mark Chessell likewise, and Robbie Fuller, who had a tremendous first ride. So, race 9, Chessell, Tolhurst, Bentley, Woodall, Jones, Eadon, Fuller, Howe, Mitchell and Shipley. That's the lineup. Well, we've got a clean break, and it's Graham Jones up the middle. Jones leads from, as they go past us for the first time, Robbie Fuller and Mascura on the first turn, but Fuller it is, Captain Tony Field. But Fuller loses a lot of ground coming out the turn, and Jones gets the drive. So, Graham Jones it is leading by some 30 or 40 metres from Robbie Fuller in second place. Jones up the bend. Fuller still there in second, Mark Chessell in third. And behind Mark Chessell. Getting strung out a little bit, but Robbie Fuller changing composure, having made a mistake on the first turn. Coming out the first turn, he's got his act together. And he's snapping at Graham Jones' heels as they go past us for the second time. Jones, Fuller, followed by Chessell, followed by Paul Bentley. Jones leading for Paul Bentley and number 8 Paul Mitchell. Jones out on lap 2, Paul Bentley trying to get that third place as they come round the bottom bend for the third time into the last lap. The order is still the same though, with Jones leading, Fuller in second, and Bentley in third, Chessell in fourth, and behind them at some distance Ben Howe. Paul Bentley making a big effort down the back straight, trying to get on terms with Robbie Fuller. Off the bottom turn, it's going to be a win for number 6, Graham Jones. He gets there. Bentley gets second. Fuller third. In fourth place, Mark Chessell. And in fifth place, Ben Howe. Well, Paul Bentley there, second half of the race. He came good, came from in the pack in about 5th or 6th place, came through to second on the last lap. So a good ride for Paul Bentley, but not quite good enough, because the man who got the checkered flag was Graham Jones. Graham's time, 1 minute 30.22. 1 minute 30.22. Race 9 then, a win for number 6, Graham Jones. In second place, number 28, Paul Bentley. In third place, number 23, Robbie Fuller. In fourth place, number 11, Mark Chessell. In fifth place, number 35, Ben Howe. In sixth place, number 25, Trevor Eadon. And we go further. In seventh place, number 19, Stuart Woodall. In eighth place, number 40, Paul Shipley. And in ninth place, number 3, Duncan Tolhurst. Those numbers again: race 9, number 6, 28, 23, 11, 35, 25, 19, 40, and number 3. We move on to race 10, the order is shown in the programme, plus number 34, the addition to your programme, Shaun Tacey. So the full lineup is number 12, Kevin Buck, number 1, Phil Ashcroft, number 29, Kelvin Tatum, number 15, John Priest, number 2, Ricky Sandford, number 31, Jason Handley, number 22, Mark Allen, number 34, Shaun Tacey, number 9, John Sims, and number 39, Neville Tatum. So, race 10, Kelvin Tatum, riding number 29 this afternoon, from Bradford Speedway, of course, Bradford in England. With a win under his belt, going for his second win of the afternoon, he makes the break. Tatum it is, as they go past us for the first time. Ricky Sandford in second place, Phil Ashcroft, back of the pack up into about third place as they go down the back straight, but it's Tatum leading. Ashcroft making a big effort, comes through on the inside to take up second. So it is Tatum from in second place, Ashcroft. In third place, number 39, Neville Tatum. So we've got Tatum 1 and 3, we've got Ashcroft. From the place, so it's Kelvin Tatum in the lead with Neville Tatum in second, Phil Ashcroft in third, and a rare old ding-dong going on behind Phil Ashcroft. The lead in 3 of those 3. In fourth place is Jason Handley, and behind Jason Handley, Shaun Tacey. But Kelvin Tatum really has got this one sewn off, about a 60-metre lead over the others as they go into the bottom turn. Into the last lap, Kelvin Tatum leads by about 1 and a spill on the bottom turn. Neville Tatum still in second place. Phil Ashcroft still in third. Well, the yellow flags are out, the red flag stays down. As number 29, Kelvin Tatum takes the checkered flag. Neville Tatum in second, Phil Ashcroft in third. In fourth place, Shaun Tacey. Behind him, John Sims, and behind John Sims, Ricky Sandford. In third place, number 1, Phil Ashcroft. In fourth place, number 34, Shaun Tacey. In fifth place, number 9, John Sims. In sixth place, number 2, Ricky Sandford. In seventh place, number 12, Kevin Buck. In eighth place, number 22, Mark Allen. And in ninth place, number 15, John Priest. Race 10, the numbers again, 29, 39, number 1, 34, 9, 2, 12, 22 and 15. Right, we move over the page to race 11. The lineup for race 11 is as follows. Number 17, Darren Matthews. Number 5 is Luke Dodd. Number 30, Andy Sell. Number 20, Ian Dudley. Number 7, Kevin Teager. Number 32, Roy Sizemore. Number 26, Darren Pearson. Number 38, Phil Morris. Number 10, Dave Steen. And number 36, Peter Carr, non-starter. Who's it going to be? Well, as they go past us for the first time, Dave Steen, number 10, and Andy Sell, number 38. Once again, it's Andy Sell leading. Sell already with a win under his belt this afternoon, going for his second win. And it is Sell as they go into the bottom turn, leading by about 20 or 30 metres. Andy Sell leads. In second place, number 10 is Dave Steen. Behind Dave Steen, Darren Matthews. Behind Darren Matthews, John back to about fourth place at the moment, and Phil's trying to come on terms with the leaders, trying to make a break for third, but he doesn't get it. He's still back there in fourth place. As we look to our left there, it's Andy Sell leading from Dave Steen. In third place now, Phil Morris. He comes through on the inside. Darren Pearson in fourth, and behind Darren Pearson, push Darren Matthews. So Shaun really showing great form here this afternoon. One win under his belt, going for a second. Sell leads off the bottom 10 with a lap to go. In second place, Dave Steen, and behind Dave Steen, Darren Pearson. Behind Darren Pearson, it is still Phil Morris, and behind Phil Morris. Still the same, the thing around the back straight, and Andy Sell really has given this one sewn up, but here comes Pearson, and Pearson trying to come through on the inside of Steen. Sell wins, Pearson second, Steen third, fourth place goes to number 17, Darren Matthews, and behind Darren Matthews was Phil Morris. Well, an eventful ride there for Phil Morris, started up in about fifth, made his way up into third, and eventually finishes back in fifth place. So, the time for race number 11, the official time, 1 minute 31.42, 1 minute 31.42, and the result as follows. Race 11. A win, as we said, for number 30, Andy Searle. In second place, number 26, Darren Pearson. In third place, number 10, Dave Steen. In fourth place, number 17, Darren Matthews. In fifth place, number 38, Phil Morris. In sixth place, number 32, Roy Sizemore. In seventh place, number 5, Luke Dodd. In eighth place, number 20, Ian Dudley. And in ninth place, number 7, Kevin Teager. Those numbers again, 30, 26, 10, 17, 38, 32, 5, 20. And number 7. We move on to race 12. The lineup for race 12. We've got number 16, Vaclav Verner. Number 18 is Ian Wilson. Number 21, Dave Wright. Number 14, Paul Fudge. Number 4, Dean Garton. Number 13, Chris Tritton. Number 33, Barry Simpson. Number 37 is Steve Wilson. Number 24, Simon Gittings. And number 27, Adrian Stevens. So race 12 gets on the way, and it's Garton as they go past us with Gittings on the outside, but it's the previous race already with a win under his belt, going for his second win, and it's Garton who leads the pack as they go into the bottom 10 for the first time. So the Cornishman leading from in second place, Vaclav Verner, behind Vaclav Verner. Go down the back straight, still on the bottom turn, and no harm done with Garton really showing super form this afternoon. Vaclav Verner still second, up in the fourth place now comes Paul Fudge, behind Paul Fudge, picking up a fourth place. So the man who we've lost on the bottom turn was Dave Wright. As they go into the last lap, Dean Garton with an increasing lead now over Vaclav Verner. Still there in third place, trying to get into the order. Remains unchanged. Tailed up a little bit, unusual for Steve, because down the southeast he goes pretty quick. As we look to our left, it's going to be the second win of the afternoon for Dean Garton, with Verner in second place. Third place, Gittings, and in fourth place, it's Paul Fudge. The official time for race 12. Time for race 12, 1 minute 31.12. 1 minute 31.12. The official result then of race 12, a win for number 4, Dean Garton. In second place, number 16, Vaclav Verner. In third place, number 24, Simon Gittings. In fourth place, number 14, Paul Fudge. In fifth place, number 15, Chris Tritton. In sixth place, number 18, Ian Wilson. In seventh place, number 33, Barry Simpson. And in eighth place, number 37, Steve Wilson. Those numbers again: race 12, number 4, 16, 24, 14, 13, 18, 33 and 37. We move on to race 13, the lineup in race 13, back to the 1,000 chairs. Number 24, Kevin Stevens and Miles Simmons. Number 23, Colin Hicks and Eadon Fiddick. Number 19, Rory McGuigan and Alan Berry. Number 11, Chris Tyrrell and Alan Borlace, if they've got the problem sorted out from the earlier race. Number 6, Mick Cave and Mick Stace. And number 3, John Hiscock and Dave French. That's the lineup for race 13. Well, Chris Tyrrell, having come to a very abrupt stop at his previous ride, is out on the line, so that's good news for the Cornish contingent up here. And it's noticeable the amount of competitors and followers we've got from Cornwall here today. Nice to see them. A couple of problems already in race 13. Not leading, which it is. In second place, Chris Tyrrell, and in third place, Colin Hicks. Problems for Rory McGuigan and Alan Berry. As Hiscock goes on his way, leading by only a few metres from second place, Chris Tyrrell and Alan Borlace. In third place, still there, Colin Hicks and Eadon Fiddick. And behind them, number 6, Mick Cave and Mick Stace. Still anybody's race. The last one. Hiscock. And Hiscock it is, from Chessell. Third place, Colin Hicks. Still in fourth place, Mick Cave. Well, Chris Tyrrell going to make a big effort on the last turn, or is John Hiscock going to get him to pick him up from there? Everybody's race. John Hiscock and Dave French win. Chris Tyrrell in second place. In third place, number 23, Colin Hicks. In fourth place, number 6, Mick Cave. And in fifth place, number 19, Rory McGuigan. Well, race 13, the official time coming up. The official time for race 13 is 1:36.17, 1:36.17. I think one of the slowest races we've had today, and it resulted in a win for number 3, John Hiscock and Dave French. In second place, number 11, Chris Tyrrell and Alan Borlace. In third place, number 23, Colin Hicks and Eadon Fiddick. In fourth place, number 6, Mick Cave and Mick Stace. And in fifth place, number 19, Rory McGuigan and Alan Berry. 3, 11, 23, 6 and 19. That's the result of race 13. We move on to race 14. The lineup for race 14, number 22, Andy Norris and Eddie Alvis, providing Andy's okay after that earlier incident. Against them, we have number 15, Phil Pitman and Gary Lay. Number 12, the Wright brothers, Gary and Steve Wright. Number 9, John Hunt and Lynn Green. Number 2, Alan Blewitt and John Blewitt, of course. Number 1, Tim Bennett and Peter Bassett. That's the lineup for race 14. Well, first time out, you'll recall, you don't need me to remind you, in race 6, Alan Blewitt beat the Wright brothers by a whisker. Well, they come up against each other in this one. And can the Wrights turn the tables if they get a good start? Not forgetting all the others, of course. Tim Bennett, Andy Norris, Phil Pitman with a win under his belt already today, and John Hunt. So an interesting one, race 14. Is it going to be Pitman, Blewitt, Wright, Bennett, Norris or Hunt? It looks as though we have only got Oh, we've got 6 outfits, so we do have Andy Norris. In fact, we have Andy Norris right on this side, right on the inside. But the Wright brothers, East Midlands Centre, really have come forward in leaps and bounds over the last 12 months. They've got a quick outfit this year. If you're down at the Jerry Johnson Memorial meeting 3 weeks ago in absolutely atrocious conditions, they really rode tremendously well and finished very close to Rustling in one, and they won the other when Russell spun it. Blewitt leads from in second place the Wright brothers, in third place Phil Pitman. So the Wrights again snapping at Blewitt's heels. Pitman back in third at the moment. He's had one win this afternoon. Blewitt coming under extreme pressure from the Wright brothers. Well, one of those classic confrontations, experience against youth. Halsey and Blewitt been in the game a long, long time. And the Wright brothers so Blewitt with everything under control as they go in the last lap. Wright brothers in second place. In third place it's Phil Pitman. Then Pitman coming under pressure from Andy Norris, and Andy Norris pushing Pitman up the back straight, and Norris, I feel sure he's going to go through the third as they go in the last turn with a Shaun light, and we can get the number 2 father and son crew. Followed in third place by Phil Pitman, in fourth place Andy Norris, and in fifth place it is John Hiscock. It's not John Hiscock. In fifth place it was John Hunt, I should say, in green. And last but not least, having had a problem on the first lap, Tim Bennett and Peter Bassett. So Blewitts get the second win of the afternoon in race 14, the fastest sidecar race of the day so far. 1 minute 28.41, 1 minute 28.41 for Alan and John Blewitt. They win it number 2. In second place, number 12, Gary and Steve Wright. In third place, number 15, Phil Pitman and Gary Lane. In fourth place, number 22, Andy Norris and Eddie Alvis. In fifth place, number 9, John Hunt and Lynn Green. And in sixth place, number 1, Tim Bennett and Peter Bassett. 2, 12, 15, 22, 9 and 1. We move on to race 15, still with the big chairs. Right, with this time confirmed for the clerk of the course, there will be a short interval after race 32. It will be a short one because, as we said before, and I'm sure you've all read in the press, some of the lads are going Speedway tonight, Graham Jones particularly, down at Wolves, so the meeting should be over in reasonable time, hence the 1 o'clock start. Race 15, the lineup: number 20, Shane Baker; number 17, Rob Wilson Jr., number 10, the Winterburns; number 8, Ken Hicks; number 7, Dave Steer; number 5, Ian McCauley. And it's all pretty close stuff as they go into the top 10 for the first time. Winterburns it's Winterburns leading, so at the back at the moment is McCauley, and whoops, oh dear, the Winterburns get it all locked up coming out the paddock turn, and they lose a lot of ground. They get it back under control, and they are back in fourth place. So, still pretty close to half distance with leading. We got Rob Wilson from in second place at the moment. There's Richard Jenner, who's the addition to your programme. Richard Jenner riding number 25, so Jenner and the Winterburns really place, but he's still Wilson leading. Jenner in second place, Winterburns in third. In fourth place was, or is I should say, Shane Baker. Last lap flag gets put down, checkered flag ready. And it's going to be a win. Number 17, Rob Wilson Jr., he wins it. Second place, Richard Jenner. Third place goes to Winterburn. Close for fourth, and very close on the line. We'll leave that up to lap scores to decide, but no doubt about the winner. Number 17, Rob Wilson. .41. The official result of race 15. So first, number 17, Rob Wilson. In second place, number 25, the addition to the programme, Richard Jenner and Mike Walters. In third place, number 10, Rod and Chris Winterburn. In fourth place, number 5, Ian and Rick McCauley. In fifth place, number 20, Shane Baker and Glenn Martin. And in sixth place, number 7, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. Those numbers again, race 15, number 17, 25, 10, 5, 20, and number 7. Cross the page to race 16, nice easy one, they all go as shown in the programme. The lineup then is number 21, John Halsey and Tony Miles. Number 18, Terry Phillips and Chris Spears. Number 16, Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby. Number 14, Richard Thomas and John Richards. Number 13, Pete Dyer and Tony Beamister. And number 4, Steve Smith and Keith Wall. Right, we're told Ken Hicks is out of the meeting completely. He's got a blown gearbox, having had the long trip up from Cornwall from Redruth. So Ken Hicks, a blown gearbox, will take no further part in the meeting. Right, an update on the solos. Remember, today's all about points. Winning the final's very nice because you win some money. But the most important thing is to amass as many points as you can and qualify for the British Masters. In the solo class at the moment, we've got Dean Garton, 2 rides, 2 wins, 24 points. Kelvin Tatum, 2 rides, 2 wins, 24 points. Andy Sell, 2 rides, 2 wins, 24 points. Paul Bentley, 20 points. And Robbie Fuller, 20 points. Right, we're saying about the Wolves tonight. If you're going to make it a day of motorcycle racing, why not go along to Monmouth tonight? Wolves against Bradford Dukes, Division 1 league match. Starts at 7:30. There's world champion Gary Havelock, Calvin Tatum, Shaun Wilson, Jimmy Nilsson, Paul Bentley, Darren Pearson, and the fabulous Wolves led by Southern Sam, Ermolenko, Rocky Ronnie Curry, Phil Ashcroft, Graham Jones, Peter Carlson, Juki, Ermolenko, can't read out this, Steve Morris, and the Levitts. Right, that's the Wolves tonight. Monmouth Green, Wolves against Bradford, super line-up, and it's going to be a super night for Speedway, so why not make a day of it? Look at the Smithy back in the pack. Most unusual, Stephen about his way. Leading is once again Pete Dyer and Tony Beamister. They're having a super afternoon already with 1 win under the belt, and Steve Smith's got the bit between his teeth trying to push forward, but at the moment Steve is back in 4th place, so it's Pete Dyer leading. Dyer leads from in 2nd place John Halsey. That's the order. Halsey and Steve Smith really not getting it together at the moment, back in 4th place. Well, having said that, suddenly Steve gets the momentum, but obviously the motor not going quite as quick as it did. Still Pete Dyer leading as they go into the last lap, and John Halsey in 2nd. Right, Smithy now takes up 3rd place, relegating Terry Phillips to 4th. Still, it is number 13, Pete Dyer and Tony Beamister and Steve Smith trying to go round the outside of John Halsey. And John Halsey's fighting for 2nd. Smithy gets there. He gets it, but Pete Dyer gets the win. Super right for Pete Dyer. Second win of the afternoon for Pete Dyer and Tony Beamister. In second place, Steve Smith and Keith Wall. And in third place, John Halsey and Tony Miles. The time for race 16, time of 1 minute 31.22. 1 minute 31.22. The winning time for Pete Dyer and Tony Beamister. So the official result, race 16, the official result, a win for number 13, Pete Dyer and Tony Beamister. In second place, number 4, Steve Smith and Keith Wall. In third place, number 21, John Halsey and Tony Miles. In fourth place, number 18, Terry Phillips and Chris Spears. In fifth place, number 14, Richard Thomas and John Richards. And only 5 finishers. Race 16 then, 13, 4, 21, 18 and 14. We move on to race 17, back with the solos. The lineup is 21, Dave Wright. 35, Ben Howe. Number 9, John Sims. 23, Robbie Fuller. Number 40, Paul Shipley. Number 2, Ricky Sandford. Number 30, Andy Sell. Number 3, Duncan Tolhurst. Number 31, Jason Handley. And number 11, Mark Chessell. So, the man they've all got to beat in this, say no more. Number 30, Andy Sell. 2 rides, 2 wins so far. Right, there has been some doubt as to the number of qualifiers for the Masters. I've announced it 2 or 3 times. The top 10 solos go through to the Masters. I believe there was some doubt as to whether it was 12 or 10. I can assure you from the clerk of the course, from the ACO, that it is 10 go through to the Masters. Race 17 then gets underway. Who are we looking for? How about number 2 for a start, Ricky Sandford? Going backwards very rapidly and ends up in the middle of the pack. So we look across for Andy Sell, and Andy Sell in second place at the moment. The Robbie Fuller down the lane straight, so making no impression at all on Robbie Fuller. Robbie Fuller it is then, leading on the van knees from Sell in second place. Sell then trailing on that bottom turn, and up into third place comes number 11, Mark Chessell. And behind Mark Chessell, Paul Shipley, and we've got a spill on the top turn, and we've got a red flag, so the red flag is out, the race is stopped. And right, a plug for Grasser. The Grasser store is here near the Sidecar start. As usual, they're selling lots of goodies, umbrellas, t-shirts, sweatshirts, sun strips, etc. Plus free competition for the kids. Come and support the Injured Riders Funds. That's the Grasser store here today near the Sidecar start. Right, away we go with a rerun of race number 17. And as they go past us, and they go down into the bottom turn. We look to our left, and off the turn it's going to be Sell, I think. Yes, it is. Andy Sell leads. Robbie Fuller in second, Mark Chessell in third, and behind Mark Chessell was Ricky Sandford and Jason Handley. That's the leading bunch in the order, still the same. Sell then with 2 wins under his belt. Leads by some 10 or 15 metres. As they come off the bottom turn, Sell it is still. From in second place, number 23, Robbie Fuller, and behind Robbie Fuller, Mark Chessell. Because Fuller goes right around the outside and goes against the Bristol man in second place. So Back in second at the moment with Fuller leading. So Fuller on the van knees by about 30 metres from Sal as they go into the last lap. Robbie Fuller it is. By some 30 or 40 metres from Sal. Behind that, Jason Handley, and behind Jason Handley, Ricky Townsend, and behind Sandford. And we got Duncan Tolhurst and Bill on the top turn. Well, I think it was Jason Handley went down, but I'll confirm that in a minute. We look to our left, and we have a winner, Robbie Fuller with Sal in second place, very close for third. We'll leave that up the lap scores. Might have been John Sims, but we'll leave that up the lap scores between John Sims and Ben Howe, and behind them Ricky Sandford. The time for that one, the rerun of race 17, the time 1 minute 33.41. 1 minute 33.41. So the official results of race 17. A win for number 23, Robbie Fuller. In second place, number 30, Andy So. In third place, number 9, John Sims. In fourth place, number 35, Ben Howe. In fifth place, number 2, Ricky Sandford. In sixth place, number 3, Duncan Tolhurst. And in seventh place, number 21, Dave Wright. Those numbers again, race 17, 23, 30, 9, 35, 2, 3 and 21. Race 18 then gets underway, and as we look across, we're looking for Graham Jones as they go past us for the first time. Graham Jones down the spill on the first turn. Oh dear me, and that's the man you are. While the red flags are out, quite rightly the race is stopped. Graham Jones, not one of the ones involved. We're looking to the sun from the caravan. It was difficult to pick up who went down, but quite rightly the race is stopped. We're looking for Graham Jones as they go past us for the first time. Graham Jones down the spill on the first turn. Oh dear me, and that's the man you are. While the red flags are out, quite rightly the race is stopped. Graham Jones, not one of the ones involved. We're looking to the sun from the caravan. It was difficult to pick up who went down, but quite rightly the race is stopped. Right, I like to have people nip into the caravan and take over the mic occasionally. I've got Reg Blackburn with me. He's going to tell us all about a meeting up in East Midlands.
Right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 4th of July. It's the East Midlands Centre Championships. And the early entries for the sidecar is Alan Blewitt, John Halsey, Russell Hing, the Wright boys, Reg and Colin Blackburn, I must mention that, mustn't I? Andy Norris, quite a good turnout at the moment of early entries for sidecar, which should be a good meeting. I think it'll be a run up to the Lincolnshire Poacher, which is going to be their national on the 22nd of August, which will be a full weekend, camping and live entertainment, etc. for the Saturday night. Early entries for that include Ken Lane, Roger Measer, Russell Hing, and many, many more. So our first one though is on the 4th of July. It's Wainfleet near Skegness. It's on the B1195. That is straight across the country from here. Thank you very much.
Right, thanks very much. Nice to see Grasstracks flourishing again in the East Midlands. I know when I was sidecar passenger for a couple of years, many years ago, in the days of Dave Allen, Paddy Lynch, Mick Humberston, and people like that, it was one of the strong centres in the country. And well, the Wright brothers we got over there now, and Andy Norris here today, of course. So looks as though the East Midlands making a comeback. I know we used to go to Colin Banks' father's farm many years ago. Right, we have a rerun of race 18, the first man of the show. It's that man, Speedway number 6, Graham Jones. So Graham Jones it is, leading a depleted field by about 50 metres as they go into the bottom turn. Race 18, Jones leads off the bend, holding it tight. Some 30 or 40 metres up. On second place man, Shaun Tacey. Number 34, Tacey there in second. All up there, about 4th spot with stamped his authority on this one. About 60 metres up now on the bottom turn for the second time. Jones leads. Tacey still there in second. In third place, it's Stuart Woodall. Stuart Woodall. Paul Fudge. And behind Paul Fudge, Manny Simpson. Graham Jones really has got this one sewn up, and provided he doesn't have mechanical problems, which he had in his first ride, Jones is going to win it. With a lap to go, Graham Jones out on his own. Still there in second place. Another of the speedway lads from Ipswich. Getting tailed up a little bit there, Kevin Teager. Last year. Did it the other way round, did speedway first, and now he's come on the Grasstrack. As we look to our left, checkered flag then, for number 6, Graham Jones. Second place goes to number 34, Shaun Tacey. Following Shaun Tacey, Stuart Woodall. Behind Stuart Woodall, number 15, John Priest. And behind John Priest, number 14, Paul Fudge. The time for race 18, time of 1 minute 30.37, 1 minute 30.37. That's the time for Graham Jones, number 6, in race 18. In second place, number 34, Shaun Tacey. In third place, number 19, Stuart Woodall. In fourth place, number 15, John Priest. In fifth place, number 14, Paul Fudge. In sixth place, number 33, Barry Simpson. And in seventh place, number 7, Kevin Teager. Those numbers again: race 18, 6, 34, 19, 15, 14, 33, and number 7. We move on to race 19. The lineup for race 19: number 17, Darren Matthews. Number 37, Steve Wilson is a non-starter. Number 10, Dave Steen. Number 18, Ian Wilson. Number 39, Neville Tatum. Number 5, Luke Dodd. 25, Trevor Eadon. Number 8, Paul Mitchell. Number 28, Paul Bentley. Then number 12, Kevin Buck. That's the lineup, race 19. First to show up the middle is, well, Luke Dodd was up there, so was Dave Steen as they go into the turn. It's Dave Steen and Scott. And Trevor Eadon back in third, but leading, it's Neville Tatum. Tatum there. From in second place now, Paul Bentley. And Neville Tatum, second place to the last stop, moves to the second, now leads from in second place. The man you can see riding at Wolves tonight, riding for Bradford. Paul Bentley, and Paul Bentley making a big effort to come around the outside, but eventually goes through the inside, and Bentley is who takes it up. Bentley then leads in second place now, and then was Vaclav Verner. So the race not over yet, because Paul Bentley holds about a 20-metre lead as they go into the last lap from Tatum, from Eadon, from Verner, behind him, number 12 is Kevin Buck, and behind Kevin Buck is Luke Dodd. Stay like this, it's going to be a win. All the man down from Darlington, Paul Bentley. Close for second, but Neville Tatum gets there in front of Trevor Eadon, and behind Trevor Eadon, Dave Steen, and Kevin Buck and Vaclav Verner. The time for race 19, 1 minute 31.22, 1 minute 31.22, and the winner of race 19 was number 28, Paul Bentley. In second place, number 39, Neville Tatum. In third place, number 25, Trevor Eadon. In fourth place, number 10, Dave Steen. In fifth place, number 12, Kevin Buck. In sixth place, number 5, Luke Dodd. In seventh place, number 18, Ian Wilson. And in eighth place, number 17, Darren Matthews. 28, 39, 25, 10, 12, 5, 18 and 17. That's the result of race 19. We move on to race 20. Race 20, the lineup is number 22, Mark Allen. Number 36, Peter Carson on starter. Number 16, Vaclav Verner. Number 24, Simon Gittings. 38 is Phil Morris. Number 1 is Phil Ashcroft. Number 29 is Kelvin Tatum. Number 13, Chris Tritton. Number 32, Roy Sizemore. And number 4, Dean Garton. So something is going to give him this one, because we've got 2 riders, both on the maximum score so far. We've got Dean Garton, 2 rides, 2 wins. We've got Kelvin Tatum, 2 rides, 2 wins. So one of them is going to lose their 100% record in race 20. As they get a whisper in my ear that Phil Ashcroft is going to win this, that'll be popular with local fans, but well, Kelvin Tatum and Dean Garton really flying this afternoon. Dean Garton all the way up from Cornwall, from Hale, and Kelvin Tatum, of course, from Coventry. Who's it going to be then? Race 20. Is it going to be Garton? Is it going to be Tatum or Phil Ashcroft or Phil Morris even? Away they go. Tatum leads from Garton. There's Phil Ashcroft right at the back of the Phil Ashcroft takes a nasty tumble on the first turn, and the red flag, he just quarterback wheel, and Phil goes down on the first turn.